Morning Germany. I'm Ingrid Meiske with today's morning news. Today we'll be meeting with a few key characters of World War I. This segment will feature our live reporter Emmeline interviewing a soldier, teacher, and doctor.
You can see me on the battlefield after Ingrid introduces the military training.
These soldiers endure extreme training in order to prepare for war. As punishment, soldiers have remade their corporal's bed, knead a corporal's boot, and clean their corporal's mess with a toothbrush. Soldiers reveled in the thought of how he would grind them. This training grinded the emotion out of the soldiers and prepared them for war. And now we will go live to Emmeline.
Thanks, Ingrid. I'm here with Miss Kanarek, a teacher at a secondary school in Germany. So, tell us about your job and students.
I teach the students at one of Germany's finest secondary schools. I believe that every good student should have to serve their country. I gave my class lectures about joining the Army and going to the district commandment. I pressured them to join and serve their country, even though I can't.
Well, why do you feel so strongly about them joining the military?
I can't explain why I feel so strongly, but I believe that it will do the country a favor, and for them.
Do you think your methods are reasonable?
I have complete faith in my methods and will continue to use them.
Thank you for your time, Miss Kanarek. Back to you,
The
Ingrid.
doctor that works with injured soldiers from the war.
Hi.
Back to you, Emmeline.
I'm here with Dr. Johnson. Tell us about some of the deaths you've seen.
One of the most recent deaths I saw was of a young soldier. He had to have his leg amputated because of an infection. He died shortly after.
Wow, that sounds awful.
It was, yeah, it was because he had around here. This is mostly due to our medical staff being so short, and we don't have enough time or supplies to give complete medical attention to all of our patients.
Well, thank you for your time, Dr. Johnson.
You are very welcome.
One of our very own German soldiers.
As you've heard, we will be interviewing one of our own soldiers from the war. Oh look, here he comes now. Hey, Emmeline. Hey, Paul. Tell us about your life in the war.
Life in the war. After the harsh and cool training we were put through, it seemed nearly impossible that anything could break us. But it hit us harder than we thought.
Well, how so?
We all thought we were impenetrable, but we were still scared little boys. As soon as we saw the first few deaths, we learned that we have no trust with the authorities.
Whoa, what were the first few deaths like?
When we learned Kemrick's gangrene, I was devastated. We all did our best to hold up and give him hope. It was leverage to giving us hope, hoping that he wanted to make it, hope that he would make it. Once he died, I was in a state of shock. My first priority was to tell his family and make sure they were okay. It was extremely hard facing the fact that I lost one of my closest friends and that I was supposed to watch out for him.
Was that the only one that was devastating?
No, there was also the graveyard bombardment.
Well, tell us about that.
It was dark and bombs exploded nearby. Body parts, fresh and old, covered the ground. We took shelter in occupied coffins. The screams of the injured horses were deafening. We lost many men that night, and my dreams are still haunted by the bloodshed we witnessed in the graveyard.
Well, that's intense.
Please join us again tomorrow for funny